What do I know? I'm just a girl on the internet. Huge week for annoying people. That's me. Anybody who is a Taylor Swift fan in your life, we have been completely insufferable, probably for as long as you can imagine, but especially this week. And I'm not even mad about it. Okay? Got my Taylor Swift Blue Crew on from the Eras Tour. We have a lot to discuss today. There's a new album coming. I'm not well. This reason that Taylor Swift is dropping an album is the reason that I've come out of a little miniature hiatus from this podcast, and we're going to talk about that as well. Welcome back. Everybody stand up right now, spin around 3 times, finish chugging your drink. It's about to get so serious. It's about to get so serious, and if you're a Swiftie, I need you to lock in right now, okay? If you're a Swiftie, I need you to lock in. If you're not a Swiftie, I'm still going to kindly ask you to lock in. You might not know what I'm talking about, but just bear with me, okay? This is a sort of like impromptu, like pull myself together at the last minute kind of ordeal for an episode. I don't look right now. I'm not going to lie. No makeup, hair's kind of a mess. I've been doing chores all day, but we have a lot to talk about today. And a lot of it is about Taylor Swift. And if you don't subscribe to that, then you're not going to want to listen to this episode. But if you loved me, you would just listen anyways, because hello, like we're like a team. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, hi, hello. Welcome back to your favorite podcast of all time, Girl on the Internet. Make sure you stream over on YouTube. There's a whole YouTube channel for Girl on the Internet podcast. And if you didn't hate me, you would go subscribe. Seriously, guys, like I'm trying to put food on the table. Okay. Like how else is Daphne going to get fed? If you guys don't watch, she can't get fed. So I hope you feel bad about that. Yeah. Hey, what's up? So sorry. I have not posted in like a month. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while. Here's the thing. I love what I do. I've said it before. I don't need to say it 5 other million times. Social media is not my only job. I've made that very clear. I love this so much. I think in order to not burn myself out, I'm just going to have to upload like when I feel like it. And I know that kind of sounds selfish, especially if you guys listening, you like to listen every week. Maybe this is like part of your routine, like every Monday, you like to wake up, listen to the podcast. First of all, thank you. But second of all, I just think that it is so important for me to balance not only my mental health, but balance things in life so I don't get burnt out. And not to say that I'm burnt out with social media, but I definitely feel like previous times in my life when I was uploading on YouTube every single Wednesday, week after week after week, I would not freaking miss a week. And then I created the podcast and I was doing the podcast week after week after week. And then obviously in the last, 2 years, a year or 2 years, I decided to start doing video and audio form. So it's just a lot more work. There's more to do. Obviously, this is a one woman show, I should say. I'm not complaining. I'd never want to ever seem like I'm being annoying or I'm complaining or anything. I just really keep myself busy. I keep my plate very, very full. And at times it can definitely be too much. And I kind of forget that I have so much to do that I need to really balance everything. And it's really hard for me to give 100% to everything when I'm like doing too much. And unfortunately, like social media is not real life. Like I love it so much. Obviously, I try to project like my normal real self out there into my videos, into my podcast, but it's not real life. This is not the foundation of my friendships, the foundation of my relationship, my actual work in healthcare or in teaching. So I want to make sure like that those things get prioritized and I don't get burnt out in my personal friendships, my relationships. Like I don't want to neglect time with family, time with friends because I have to record a podcast or because I have a video that has to be uploaded. Like in the last like month or so, I just feel like I have enjoyed having like really slow chill nights with Chris. And sometimes that means I don't come down to the basement and I don't edit a YouTube video because I would rather just sit on the couch with him and just enjoy that time with us together. We both had a long day at work. We only get a few hours a day to spend with each other. So I've kind of been prioritizing that. And I think for me, my goal is just I may not upload every single week now moving forward, but I'm still going to upload. I would still like to produce an episode. I still want to have this podcast. It's so much fun. All of it's fun. Social media, everything, YouTube, all of that. But I think in order to not fall out of love with it or to burn myself out, I need to just upload when it feels right. I think I need to get off of this fast moving train of grind culture in social media world and like upload every week. I feel like I have a decent following established. I'm really not doing any of this to get to my next 200,000, 500,000 followers, 1 million. Like I'm not in this space for numbers and for followers. Obviously, that would be great if it comes with the territory, if it pays bills, whatever. But I'm so past that. I got my 100K plaque. That felt like a huge accomplishment. It was so cool. What a fun time. But I'm not like chasing anything now. I'm just doing social media because it's fun, because I've purchased all this equipment, because I've invested so much time and energy. And also, I just like the idea that in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I have things to look back on. I like documenting my life. I like vlogging and showing you guys what I'm doing with my friends, bits and bobs of my life. And I'm not stopping that, but I'm just no longer in a rush to like pump out a video every single week. I'm not in a rush to like reach for the stars and get my next 100K followers. Like, it's just not the vibe anymore for me. And I've learned to really slow down and recognize that, because Kayla 5 years ago would be like, what do you mean we're not uploading a video every Wednesday? Like, what are we doing? And I don't want to look back and be like, I spent so much of my life sitting at my computer editing videos and editing podcasts when I could have been hanging out with my friends, or I could have been spending time with my family, or whatever. Again, it's not to say I don't enjoy the element of social media and editing and all of that, but life is so short. And I think I've recognized that, obviously, with the trauma of losing my mom, that I don't want to ever feel like I was doing too much of something that didn't really matter the most, if that makes sense. All that to say, the little community that I've built, the people that hang out with me on Instagram, the comments I get on YouTube, like, I recognize you guys' faces and your usernames. And some of you have been following me for years now at this point, and I thank you so much. Like, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to keep doing this, but I think all of this tangent to say is like, please don't get mad if I'm not uploading every single week. I just want to level out my life a little bit more. And the other thing, in full transparency, which will probably be another episode at another time, but I'm still somebody who deals with depression. Like, I am still a depressed person. As easy as it is to look at me and be like, oh my gosh, she's so cheerful and joyous and loud and whatever. That's not the face of like depression. That doesn't mean I still can't struggle with something like that. I have major depressive disorder as a medical diagnosis, like in my medical chart. It's just something that I deal with. It doesn't mean I can't be happy. It doesn't mean that I can't be silly. It doesn't mean that I can't like live my life, but it's still something that I deal with. So on top of trying to balance everything in my life that's happening, all good things to say, it's still incredibly exhausting for someone with depression. Like, doing all these things, I find myself frequently wanting to take naps, or I find myself being very tired, very sleepy. Like, accomplishing 5 to 10 things is so much harder than it used to be. I definitely think a lot of that is because of losing my mom, but it was also something that I was dealing with kind of beforehand, and it's just hit me a lot more after she's passed away. So on top of all of that, it's not only like balancing life and work and this and fun and leisure with work, but it's also like I'm also battling depression at the same time. And again, not a complaint, not a, oh, feel sorry for me. It's just the reality of like what I'm dealing with. And I have to remember, like, okay, I don't have like the same stamina that maybe I had 5-10 years ago. I also have a completely different life now. Like, it's the shift of like where my social media started to like where I am now is so different. It's just so different, and that's okay. And I'm still along for the ride, and I hope you guys are too. And yeah, total tangent, but I wanted to say that, like, I feel like it's annoying to go on social media or go on Spotify and you're like, oh, another week, another episode, Kayla didn't upload anything. God, she sucks. And like, that's okay if you think that, but I just wanted to kind of get that out in the open about where I've been and what's been going on. But we'll dive more into that at a later time. Beverage of the podcast, little segue right out of that. Let's put that behind us. Mini Diet Coke can. Ooh, ooh. Beer, 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 beer. Mini Diet Coke can. Yup. Don't worry, I've been drinking water all day. This is my little treat, okay? It's like 4 o'clock. I've been doing chores all day. Chris and I have been busy bees today. We'll get into that. Ow, damn it. I got Diet Coke on my white podcast chair. The little bit of brown is probably going to make it look like a doo-doo stain. Gross. At least it's Diet Coke and it's not going to be sticky, so we'll deal with that at a later time. Busy bee, busy, 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 busy bee. Here on a Sunday, Chris and I just like worked our butts off, like cleaning the townhouse, like just doing all the chores, all the things. He was incredibly helpful. He installed some shelves for me in the bathroom. I have a very, very tiny counter space, and I was getting sick of having like the little like triangle corner piece on my already very tiny vanity. So he installed these like acrylic shelves that I got from Amazon on the wall. So my 8 billion piece skincare lineup is on the wall. He also installed like a curtain that we needed in the bedroom and put the curtain rod up and everything. So we did that. We also got a new vacuum last week. And let me tell you, I am getting so old because that excited me so much to get a new vacuum. It's a Bissell. It's I don't even know what the name of it, but it's basically like it's the one that allegedly is good for like pet hair, like long haired animals, pets, whatever. It has this like turbo pet cleaning attachment tool. I don't know. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I don't know where that accent just came out of. I don't know where. The vacuum is fantastic. I love it. I think I cleaned this townhouse top to bottom. I think I was able to deep clean the carpets and the floor so much that it could be from like the previous renters in this place. Like I was emptying that like canister where all the dust and debris goes multiple times. Like I sucked like the life out of this townhouse in terms of like dirt and dust and everything. So it's super clean now. We did dishes, like all the things. Like it looks immaculate upstairs. The other really big I started this podcast. I said, big week for annoying people. Me bitch. It's me. I'm annoying. Nice to meet you. I am in my sourdough era. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast. I don't know. I don't remember what I do talk about when I don't talk about, but we're going to talk about it. I am in my sourdough era. I have been making sourdough for the last month or 2 or 3. I don't even know at this point. Time isn't real. And it has been so incredibly fun. It started with my therapist being like, hey, maybe you should look into a hobby or something that's not instant gratification because we need to like slow your brain down a little bit. And also we live in a world where everything is like instant gratification. You know, you order something on Amazon, it's there the next day. Social media, like we're constantly just getting this like dopamine rush all the time. And so she was like, what if we try something that's not instant gratification and like you have to kind of work toward, right? Something artsy, crafty, baking, whatever. I get a little bit hard on myself. I'm a little hard on myself when I'm 12 years old. I am hard on myself when it comes to like art and like painting. I used to love to paint, but I'm just too mean to myself because if it doesn't look perfect or great, I'm like, all right, I don't want to ever paint again. Baking and cooking is so different though, because I don't really follow recipes anyways, and I can just kind of do what I want. And there's a different element in my head about baking and cooking. I've also tried like crocheting. I can't talk today. I've also tried crocheting, tried that for like 2 days, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't do this. So all of my hobbies, my ADHD hobbies, my creative outlet hobbies, like they come and go. But sourdough, I've been really consistent with, and I'm very excited. I ended up at some point on sourdough TikTok, like back in maybe like February or so. And I was like, oh, I could do this. Like I could create a starter from scratch. I can feed the starter. I can do all the things. Like I was fully convinced that this was something I could do. I actually thought about it years ago, but years ago I used to work 12-hour shifts at my job. And I was like, that's going to be a lot harder to do in terms of like feeding it and like all the things. So I didn't really do it then, but now I have a much more flexible schedule. I was like, I'm getting into sourdough. And so alas, I am in my sourdough era. I baked my 5th loaf today, and it was the best loaf I have made so far. It was springy, it was airy, it was lightweight. It had really nice like bubbles and holes on the inside. It was still a tiny bit gummy. It was not by any means perfect, but it was significantly better than my very, 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 very first loaf, which I made back in April. Yeah, we were in the townhouse by then, so April. But yes, so much improvement. I'm very excited. If you guys have sourdough tips, let me know. I think I just have to kind of tweak a few things, but I'm very excited for my next loaf, like my 6th loaf, because loaf 5 was, I mean, it was incredible. Like, it was my best loaf to date. So I feel like it can only go up from here. So I'm very excited. It's just been so fun. Like, it's crazy to like look at this loaf of bread and like kind of squeeze it and squish it, and it's springy and it's airy. And you look at it and you're just like, I made that from scratch. Like, this at its core was just a little bit of water and flour mixed together. And now it's this like big, beautiful loaf of bread. So it's been very fun. Also, the holidays are quickly approaching. I would love to be able to gift some baked goods to family and friends for like the holidays and for people's birthdays and stuff. So I'm just like feeling very like baking and like all those sorts of things. It's very, very fun. So that's been a joy. And that in turn like leads me to Taylor Swift also being in her sourdough era. Cause what the hell? What the helly? What the helliante? What the helly? I am shocked. I'm stunned, speechless. You grab me head first, fearless, like whatever you want to say about it. I just was like freaking out. If you don't know, Taylor Swift in the last week went on Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast called New Heights. Jason and Travis have a podcast. It's usually sports themed. They sometimes have special guests. Sometimes they talk with their guests about football, but sometimes it's about other endeavors, whatever. It's a bro-esque podcast, basically. New Heights posted like a teaser, I think it was like Monday of last week or something, and had a little outline of somebody, and they're like, this is our most special guest yet. Lots of teasers, like it's going to make the whole place shimmer. It's like our number one most requested, like all of these little like teasers and pointers to it being Taylor Swift. Now I, as a Swiftie clown and a skeptic, I was like, there's no way. She's never been on a podcast before. Granted, yes, it's co-hosted by her boyfriend, but I was like, no way, she's never been on a podcast before. Like, this is not her vibe. Like, this is definitely not something she would do. Like, what's happening? But then I kept seeing more and more internet theories, like on TikTok, on Reddit, like all these different things, and people being like, no, that's definitely her. And all the theories were just like adding up. And then I think by the end of the night, New Heights like Instagram finally posted like a teaser clip, and it was in fact Taylor Swift getting ready to be on the podcast. And I, for one, was shocked. Like, I was so damn excited, but I was shocked. I could not believe it. My boyfriend is a huge Chiefs fan. So in turn, like dating him, like I've slowly become a Chiefs fan. Obviously it's like super fun as well because Taylor is dating a guy on the Chiefs. So like, even if I wasn't dating my boyfriend, knowing that Taylor likes the Chiefs, like I probably would have been like, okay, the Chiefs are cool, whatever. All that to say, it doesn't matter whose podcast this could have been. She's on a podcast. Like, I'm sat. It's on. There's a reminder. I put the date and the time in my phone calendar. I was ready. Like, I would have watched I would do anything for her. Okay. Like, she could have an entire album where she's just farting and I would still buy it and listen to it. So like, that's just where I'm at. Okay. I could not believe that she was going on the podcast. It makes sense because it is her boyfriend's podcast. But still, it was like, she's never done anything like this. She's never really done something super casual in general. Her interviews have only been with like big productions or more like well-known people, I guess, or well-known like broadcasting places. So I was like, oh my God, this is like going to be very casual, very chill. Obviously, like New Heights is still produced. I'm sure Tree Payne, her publicist, was still like all over it, manager, publicist, whatever. But I was like, we're going to see her in the most chill like environment ever. And then I was like, you know, what's even crazier is we've never really seen Taylor like interact with a boyfriend, like in a setting like this. You know, we may have seen like paparazzi photos in the past of her and a boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend, or like maybe we've seen them talk casually briefly, but like a sit down one-on-one, I guess like 2-on-1 interview where it's like really casual, really chill. She can be herself. Like, we've never seen something like this. And I was also expecting the podcast to be like 30 minutes, an hour. It was like 2 hours long. So I was fed. It was amazing. I just was like so happy about this. So fast forward to when the episode comes out. Again, I put it in my calendar on my phone. It was like ready to go. I was like, I'm not missing this. Chris and I, we had dinner, we were watching it, and I was just like giddy the whole freaking time. Because again, obviously, like I love Taylor Swift, like with my whole heart and soul. She's everything to me. I love her. I've been listening to her music for as long as I can remember. And to me, it's like so much more than the music at this point. Like, I just think her as a human. Obviously, I've never met her. I don't know her personally. Who's to say she's not the worst person in the world? But I find that very hard to believe. I think she's exactly who she presents herself as in interviews and in music and in, trips to children's hospitals, things like that. But it was just so fun to see her in just such a casual setting, like, and also with her increasing fame, it's like every year it's like she's less and less and less like seen doing interviews and different things like that. So it was just like really fun to see her in this light. And then also, what made it extra special was obviously since it's like her boyfriend's podcast, it was like no chance of it being manipulated by the media, them doing an interview and twisting her words. Like, she was, what I assume, was feeling incredibly comfortable and very like herself, truly, in the time that they were interviewing and talking to each other. So I was just like, I was so excited the whole time. I was like, I feel like I was just like watching my baby walk for the first time. Like, it was just, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved the whole dynamic between Taylor and Travis, like just seeing them interact. It made me so giddy. They talked about like how they began, dating and the whole like, I was butthurt because I couldn't give her a bracelet, like where it started to like where it is now. I just like, I ate it up. I ate it up. It was so good. Like me being happy for two people who literally don't know I exist. It's fine. It's okay though. I'm not even mad. It was also incredibly, incredibly special to really hear the full start to finish story of how she was able to buy back her masters. And if you're a big Taylor Swift fan, if you've been, in the fandom for a while, just knowing how hard she's worked for that and just to see the kind of trials and tribulations that she has gone through in terms of her music and who owns it and who has it and where it is now. And like, she was able to finally buy it and like own it, and her explaining just how much that meant to her and how emotional she was over it. The fact that her mom and her brother helped her, accomplish this, how she was able to celebrate it with Travis, and he was incredibly supportive and equally as emotional. Like, it just like truly melted my heart. And I don't care if this sounds like one big parasocial relationship, but so be it. I genuinely think Taylor Swift is just such an incredible human being. Like, I was so happy. Like, it just felt like my big sister, like finally doing something that was meaningful and she was able to accomplish on her own. I was so happy. It's such a big deal. And I can only imagine what that feels like as an artist to any capacity, any kind of artist, musician, anybody, to have created something and to have created so much of something, like your true whole life, like diary entries and experiences and moments throughout your entire life, being so vulnerable and having written everything down, and then somebody else just owns all your hard work. Like, I just can't even imagine what that feels like. I, on a much smaller scale, just thinking of like my videos and like the things that I do, I'm like, I can't even imagine if somebody else had ownership over that. I feel like it would just feel so bizarre and inauthentic and just and weird. So I'm just so grateful. It was so fun listening to her talk about that experience and having her masters again. So it's just like such a good thing. But then it was like, I think Jason had asked what are you up to now that the Eras tour is over? And she said like she was basically into like granny shit, like granny hobbies. And I perked up because I'm like, okay, same. Like, I am about to be 30 years old and I also love granny shit. Okay. Boyfriend and I, we just got a bird feeder. We've been watching birds. We've been listening to birds. I get excited over vacuums now. So I'm old as hell. All right. I love to bake. We've been working on a puzzle. Okay. My boyfriend and I, we've been doing a puzzle on our kitchen table. Like, it's very serious. Okay. There may have been a time at the club, time and place, but now I like to be in bed by 9:30. Okay. So when she said she was into granny stuff, I was like, oh, what's she talking about? Cause same. And then she said the word sourdough and I about shit my pants. I was on the couch with my boyfriend, about shit my pants. I said, ow. She's also making sourdough bread and I'm making sourdough bread and then she's also using it. Oh, okay, I'm totally chill about this. And then she was like, oh, I see your blogs. I see your sourdough blogs. Like I am looking at recipes and I'm watching this and I'm doing that and I'm on your blog, girl. Why was I not a sourdough content creator? Because she probably would have seen me by now. Ain't no way she'd ever see this, but ain't no way she'd ever see this. A little southern accent just came out. I just can't believe that somewhere in the world somebody has a sourdough blog where they post their recipes and this, and Taylor Swift has seen it. There's a good chance that Taylor and I have like looked at the same recipe blog before. People in the r/sourdough subreddit have been like, Taylor, are you here? Like, girl, what's up? So I could only imagine if I was in the same subreddit as Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift is in the sourdough subreddit and I'm also there, I'm going to freak out. So she talked about sourdough for like 10-15 minutes and I was gagged, truly. I was like, I don't know how Taylor has time to do anything ever. Like she's touring 3-hour shows every single night for 3 nights in a row, traveling across multiple countries. And then she's like, by the way, I have an album coming out that I wrote while I was on tour. Oh, and by the way, I also like to do sourdough. Hey, what the hell? What kind of ADHD medication is she on? What antidepressant is she on? Because I'm going to need to get on that stat. Okay. I said earlier in the episode, I get tired. I do 4 things and I'm like, fuck, I need a nap. Taylor is jet setting around the world. She's writing music. She's touring. She's dancing. She's visiting Children's Hospital and she's making sourdough. What is she taking? Is it Vyvanse? I need to know. I need whatever cocktail she's on because damn, I could use that energy. That's insane. Anyways, she says she's making sourdough. She says she's making dessert. She's making pastries, all these phenomenal things. I'm also working on sourdough. And at the time when this episode came out, I had not made my 5th loaf. So I was sort of feeling discouraged as of recent because my loaves have been kind of a flop, like very dense, very gummy. I've been getting very frustrated. And then to hear Taylor talk about sourdough for 15 minutes and her saying like, it's so fun. I do this. I have a starter. I do my stretch and folds. You can have like punny bread names. I immediately like rose up from the couch and I was like, I have to take this so seriously now. I can't fuck it up anymore. I can't fuck this up anymore. Taylor Swift is making sourdough. I'm making sourdough. I need to step up my fucking game. I need to step up my game. It's so serious. It's that serious. So I made my 5th loaf today. I started it yesterday on Saturday, like did all the prepping and then I baked it this morning and it was really fucking good. It wasn't perfect, but it was again like the best loaf I've made to date. Springy, spongy, lightweight, airy, slightly gummy, but it was delicious. Like I cut a slice and ate it for breakfast. And I'm just saying I think Taylor's Swift had something to do with that. Okay, I'm thinking the manifestation, just the knowing that Taylor is also in her sourdough era and that she's working very hard on her sourdough, it enlightened me and it inspired me. And I think that's why my loaf was so good today. So I'm just saying, I think the fear of Taylor Swift that God put in me, I think it worked. Obviously obsessed, like she could do no wrong in my eye. And I just love the fact that like we're in the same boat. Like I will be cleaning a sourdough jar. And if you've made sourdough or bread or anything, like the dishes go crazy. Like after you bake or cook or anything like that. And specifically with sourdough, like that flour and water combo, it is like cement. All right. It is a doughy, messy cement. Like it is messy. It's sticky. That shit goes everywhere. Flour, like it's dry. It's hard to clean. And then if it gets wet, it's like a whole other ordeal. So I'm just like, sometimes I'll be scraping like my sourdough jar and it'll be like just sticky, awful mess. And I'm like, I'm like cleaning my jar with a paper towel. And like my knuckles are like scraping the inside of my mason jar. I'm like, I wonder if Taylor Swift is what her cleaning technique is because it's gotta be better than mine. Or maybe she just pays somebody to do her sourdough dishes. I don't really know, but either way, I'm just fascinated. Like to be not even to be a fly on the wall, to be Taylor Swift's friend. Take the celebrity component out of it. Like I don't even care about that. To be her friend would be my life's greatest accomplishment. We both like cats. We both like to bake. We both love our music. I think we would just be really good friends. We're both kind of weird. Okay, we're both, and we're both Sagittarius. We're both Sagittarius. Her birthday is December 13th. My birthday is December 11th. Queen, we could have a combined birthday party. Just hit me up. Taylor, what if we just called Taylor up? Taylor, I'm so serious. After you're done listening to this podcast episode, have your people call my people. Have your people call my people. And by my people, I mean me. Just call me, Taylor. It's like we could have a combined birthday party. We'll make sourdough and we'll hang out with our cats. Like, what else? Like, that's perfect. That's my dream date. Cute. And he knows that. Anyways, I am obsessed with Taylor Swift. Nothing else is new. Nothing is new. You guys have been known that I'm obsessed. Shut up. You're so shut up. Shut up. You don't know her. You're having a parasocial relationship. You don't really know her. She doesn't give a shit about you. Hey, I'll kill you and your entire family. Okay? I don't care if she doesn't know I exist. Okay? I don't care. Taylor Swift is the one minuscule thing in this life that brings me joy and happiness. Okay? And if you have a problem with that, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. She's the only thing that gives me joy. She's also been the only consistent thing in my life for as long as I can remember. Okay? Friendships have come and gone. Men have come and gone. My life has changed. My style, my personality, the things I like, the things I dislike. But the one consistent thing in my life has been Taylor Swift for as long as I can remember, since I was in middle school. And I am almost a 30-year-old woman, and the one consistent thing in my life has been Taylor Swift. Yeah, it's that serious. Yeah, it's that serious. I'm obsessed. Okay? I love her music. I love her as a person. And I will fight till the ends of the earth for her. Okay? And if you think that's crazy, then good. Then good. Maybe I am crazy. And you know what? It's really not crazy because you know what? Men that love to wear football jerseys and obsess over a team every Sunday. Oh, but they're not obsessed? Oh, but they're not obsessive and crazy? Oh, okay, cool. I'm so sick. I'm just so sick of the shit that fangirls get. And now I'm like completely going off tangent here. But I've been a fangirl my whole life. One Direction, Jonas Brothers, Fifth Harmony, Taylor Swift, whoever it may be. I have definitely shown my fair interest and love toward these bands or groups or artists. And just the amount of shit that we get, just the, oh my gosh, fangirls are so obsessed and crazy. Hey, I think passionate is the word you're looking for. We just get excited, okay? Like, Taylor Swift is the one glimmering happy thing that I have in this life, okay? Please just like let me have that. Let me have it. You can make fun of me. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I literally have a T-Swift tattoo, okay? It's just a hand heart. It's nothing crazy, but I still have it. Sue me, okay? Sue me. And if you think it's bad now, well, guess what? She has a new album coming out October 3rd. Yup. If you missed the podcast, which I don't know how you could have avoided it at this point, but she has a new album coming out on October 3rd, The Life of a Showgirl. I was gagged. I saw the album cover and covers and the photos and the behind. Gagged? She's never looked so good. Okay. I was shocked because like Taylor has always had this like very like good girl aesthetic going for her, like very, not until like recent years has she like shed a little more skin or like even vigilante shit for the Eras tour, like finally kind of showing like a little bit more of like a seductive side to her. So to see oh, okay. I'm so glad you're listening to me all the time. That about like made my heart sink. Excuse you. Classic for a man to interrupt. She's finally showing like a bit more of a seductive side. Like the album cover itself just being like in the bedazzled like jewel set in the bathtub, just very like she's showing skin. Okay, like I was like, okay, good for her because she looks amazing. And also just like I am so pumped to see whatever side whatever this new era is going to bring out. And also her announcing that it was produced between her, Max Martin, and Shellback. And if you don't know, they are the creative geniuses behind 1989. So we are getting another pop album. We are getting a 1989 Part 2. And I could not be more thrilled about that. I have loved Folklore. I loved Evermore. I love Midnights. Like all like the Torture Poets Department. Like all of these albums have been just so amazing in my eye. Again, like I'm biased. Like I like basically everything that she puts out. But the twist from like Lover to Folklore, like obviously huge difference. Like even Reputation to Lover, Reputation to Folklore, huge different. Like Folklore was an album like nothing I'd ever seen from her, obviously, or heard from her before. So I'm excited. I love watching her try new things, try different avenues, like different genres. I just hope this is a bangin' pop album where I can shake my ass, but also sing like really good lyrics. Like I really need like a 1989 part 2. Okay, I thought that's what Midnight's was gonna be, but it wasn't. Obviously Midnight's was great, but I need a pop album. Like I'm ready for a pop album. The Torture Poets Department, like sad girl vibes, emo vibes. I get it. I respect it, but I'm ready to shake my ass. Okay. I'm ready to have a pop album, and I'm really, 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 really hoping it is. I would love to do an episode once it comes out, kind of like reviewing it and giving my thoughts. So stay tuned for that if you are into that kind of vibe. But I don't know, just knowing that it's Max Martin, Shellback, and Taylor, like that is the trifecta for true success and truly an amazing album. So looking forward to it. A few theories that I have is that she's like, oh, on the podcast, she was like, oh, it's only 12 songs. It's my 12th album. There's only 12 songs. Just the one album. I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. When have you ever put out just 12 songs or just a select amount of songs without having a bonus track and a this track and a from the vault and a that and a this and a, or like a double album drop or like Target extended bonus tracks? Like I would love for it to be just like truly just 12 on this album, 12 and that's it. But I'm also a little bit greedy and selfish, and I'm like, I want Target exclusive tracks, and I also want the midnight version or the 3 a.m. version or the like vault. Like give me more. The crowd was chanting more, as she said in her song. I can do it with a broken heart. But either way, I'm so excited. I think this is going to be a really fun switch from her recent genres. I'm excited for pop album vibes to be back. Obviously, she's not confirmed or denied like the actual genre of it, but I think she said like she did not want to lose like the storytelling and lyricism from like the Folklore album, but also incorporate like kind of a pop hit melodic sort of kind of sound. So I'm hoping that by definition means a pop hit 1989-esque album, but also with good lyrics as well. Like I'm ready for like upbeat music and to top it all off, she's in love. Like she's actually like in a very good, healthy, lovely, wonderful relationship that is very public, and she's very clearly not ashamed of it. And like she freaking went on his podcast. And you know who else is in love right now? Me. I'm also in love. I also can finally listen to a Taylor Swift album being in a lovely, healthy, loving relationship. Okay? Taylor, please talk about being in love. Please have this be a pop album that I can shake my ass to, but also talking about you being in love, because I'm also in love. And I just think that would be great. We're both in love at the same time. We're both Sagittarius. Both of our boyfriends are Libras, by the way. Crazy. Please let it be an album about being in love and being in love and what that feels like, because I can finally fucking relate. I can finally relate to it. Okay, I can finally relate to it. Every time she's written albums and songs before, she's like, I'm in love. You are in love. True love. I'm like, girl, no, the hell I'm not. No. Pass. Sorry. But when she writes songs about like fuckboys or like situationships, I'm like, sign me up for that. Okay, actually the most relatable Taylor Swift song of my entire life was The Prophecy. When that came out, I was like, oh, so she wrote that for me. So she specifically wrote that for me. Like the lyrics on that song, damn. We're gonna go through them real quick, because as a chronically single woman, I've never heard a song like that that so accurately depicted what it's like to be the single friend, and to feel like everyone else around you is in a relationship, everyone else around you is engaged or getting married or whatever. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I get a boyfriend? Why can't I have a partner that like actually means something to me and is like, what am I doing wrong? And like The Prophecy came out and I was unwell, let me tell you, from the Torture Poets Department. The Prophecy, like it was just so beautifully written, and she just truly captured what that feels like to be the single friend and to just not know what's coming next, if it will come next, if you should just kind of write everything off and just anticipate being the single friend for the rest of your life. I had never in my life related more to a Taylor Swift song than The Prophecy when it came out. And, you know, this song came out and then, you know, less than a year later, she's in this wonderful, healthy relationship with Travis. And I feel the same way for myself. This song came out. I was like, shit, I'm having this on repeat. This is the most relatable Taylor Swift song to me. Not the lovey-dovey ones, but The Prophecy. Incredibly relatable. But then I also enter like the best, healthiest relationship I've ever been in. So I still love The Prophecy. Obviously less relatable to me now, but oh my God, just so good. I guess a lesser woman would have lost hope. A greater woman wouldn't beg. But I looked to the sky and said, please, I've been on my knees. Change the prophecy. Don't want money. Just want someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about if they can redo the prophecy? Like, are you kidding me? Don't want money. Just someone who wants my company. I get chills every time. That felt like a dagger, truly. Like hearing that song, I think I cried actually the first time I heard it because it's just like, damn, like it's never been so well explained what it's like to be single and you're just like, really? Nothing is out there for me. This is awful. And I sound like an infant, feeling like the very last drops of an ink pen. A greater woman stays cool, but I howl like a wolf at the moon. And I look unstable, gathered with a coven around a sorceress table. A greater woman has faith, but even statues crumble if they're made to wait. I'm so afraid I sealed my fate. No sign of soulmates. I'm just a paperweight in shades of grayish, spending my last coin so someone will tell me it'll be okay. I have chills. It is beautifully written and it just genuinely captures that part of my life so well. Again, obviously, like I am in a wonderful, healthy relationship, but damn, The Prophecy like was that girl. She was that song. So anyways, aside from that, I am so excited for The Life of a Showgirl. October 3rd, I'm going to be the worst, most annoying person you've ever met, and I don't even care. And guess what? I don't even care. And you know what's funny? And I'm going to say it. I said it on my Instagram story. You can follow me on Instagram, at Kayla, obviously. But it's so funny to me, people that hate her. Like anyone that hates Taylor Swift just because they're like, she's a basic white girl. She's so boring. Like people that just hate her for no reason or just hate her because they think it's quirky to hate her. You can't escape her. You cannot escape her. I think I saw every single brand ever do a Life of the Showgirl like rebranding Instagram post just for a moment. I saw so many brands. I saw like Aldi's do it. I saw Dr. Seuss do it. ColourPop, like all these different makeup brands, like every brand, Elmo, I'm pretty sure like I saw a tweet about Elmo doing it. Like every brand chimes into the Taylor Swift effect. So like if you hate her, that's hilarious to me because you can't escape her. Every single person or brand or whoever was like replicating that. Hello, your favorite podcast girl on the internet redid her logo to a glittery orange logo. Like we all got in on it. It's just like, it's an incredible thing. I love that there's so much community in Taylor Swift stuff and that like everybody shows up for it. And again, my other favorite thing is that if you hate her, you can't escape her. It's so funny to me. I live for that. Because also like, best believe she's on every magazine cover. Best believe she's on a podcast, an all-dude sports podcast. She's at NFL games and involved in the NFL, pretty much. You can't escape her. She's at the movie theater. She's chart-topping. She's everywhere. She's everywhere, bitch. You can't escape her, okay? And that, to me, just truly is like the best thing. One of the best things about being a Taylor Swift fan is you can't escape her. So even if you hate her, you're screwed. And that just makes me happy. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to really yap about Taylor and the album and kind of the podcast and how I felt. I had so much to say. Like after the podcast was over, I sat with Chris and I was just like yapping to him. And he was like, do you need to go record an episode like right now? And I was like, I probably should, but I'll wait. And I waited. And so here is that episode. So that was me yapping rapid fire about Taylor, the album, the podcast, and everything. It is just so much fun being a Taylor Swift fan. Like it is genuinely one of the best things of my entire life. We get an album, like a new album basically every year or every other year. We're constantly being fed with new music. Like it's so fun. It is so much fun. The Eras Tour, like it is just a beautiful, fun, exciting community to be a part of. Like I love it so much. I would not trade it for the world. Grateful all the time that I exist in the same timeline as Taylor Swift. And that's all I have to say on that. Thank you for listening to another episode. I'll be back. I'm hoping to do, weekly, every other week or so, but, bear with me, okay? My friend Miranda, actually, her bachelorette trip is this upcoming weekend, so I'm going to try to figure out if I can record an episode before that trip or something, TBD, because we'll be gone Friday through Sunday, so I don't know if I'll have time. And also, I am going back to doing some teaching this upcoming semester. So the semester starts on Monday, which is tomorrow. So I'm also going to have my hands full doing that. My students are my number one priority right now because it is my responsibility to make sure that they succeed and do well and that they understand the material, that I'm there and supporting them. So things like social media have to kind of go on the back burner for a little bit, which is fine. So yeah, I'll be back. Just, when you see me, you see me. When you don't, you don't. And that's okay. But no, I'm here and I'm grateful for anyone that tunes in and hangs out with me and listens to me yap just consistently. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, Girl on the Internet podcast. Check out the Instagram. I am Kayla, obviously, on TikTok and Instagram as well. Remember to go easy on yourself. Find things that bring you joy, whether it's Taylor Swift, bird watching, sourdough, or maybe it's just like cartoons. I don't know. But like find the things that are joyous in life because life is crazy and we all need a little bit of joy. Take care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.